Hi there and welcome to today's vlog. You may remember if you watched a previous vlog that I talked about how we were due to travel to Wakefield on the train. Got some tickets on the Northern Rail sale, but for various reasons we just missed the train, so we weren't able to go. Well, this week we had another £1 journey, and this time to Leeds, which we managed to get to the train on time. So we had a good day in Leeds, met up with my sister Christine. We had a bit of time wandering around Leeds, looked at the market, a great indoor market, and we also went to the art gallery, which was interesting. Some of the artwork I really enjoyed looking at. One was rather strange. It was just a large canvas, just painted, I think, a greeny colour, just one colour, a canvas painted green. I think I could have done that, and I just wondered how much the art gallery had paid for that wonderful work. Apparently the art little sign next to it said the artist had done a number of similar paintings in different colours. So there's a green one, an orange one, and various, and I'm sure that somebody is spending a lot of money on these wonderful artworks. Well, I thought, well, there you go. Just kind of got me thinking about how much various works of art are worth and who decides. I suppose it's whatever anybody would want to pay for them. And then I got on to thinking about a far bigger and more important issue: is what is the value of a human life? So that's the question that I want briefly to touch on today. I wonder if you've heard of a young lady called Heidi Crowther. She was in the news recently because she'd lost a legal battle in the High Court. Heidi was born with Down's syndrome, but she's living a full and active life. She's married. She's, from all intents and purposes, a wonderful young lady. But she was shocked to discover that whereas the time limit for abortions in this country is currently 24 weeks, in other words, if the baby has developed more than 24 weeks, it can't be aborted unless it's got a disability. So for when a baby is discovered in the womb to have, for example, Down syndrome, it can be aborted right up to birth. So an hour before it is due to be born, it could be aborted. And Heidi Crowther didn't feel that's right. And a lot of people would have great sympathy. Why do we value someone with Down syndrome far less than somebody who has no physical disabilities in that sense? There's a great actor on called The Midwife who's got Downs. You may have seen him. And so people with Down syndrome can live full and active lives. I know there are issues they have to face in their families, but Heidi Crowther was arguing that every life is of great value. Why should someone with Downs be treated as though they have of lesser value? And I have great sympathy for her point of view. But the sad thing is that in our society, people do look down on others, account others of less value. Excuse me. Again, as you may have heard in the news recently, the deputy leader of the Labour Party called members of the government scum. And, I'm totally accept that you can strongly disagree with somebody, but to call another human being scum is just not right, in my opinion. Every human being is of value, despite what they may have done, who they are, what their background is. We should value every human being. I remember a recent conversation with a friend who works with the Samaritans, and she was saying how so many people who ring up are suicidal and feel that their life has no value. And I wonder how they've come to that point. Is it because some people have treated them as of no value? That goes right again against our Christian belief, what we're told in the scriptures. For example, St. Paul writes into the Christians in Rome, he says, God demonstrates his own love for us in this: while we were still sinners, Christ died for us. God loved you and me and every human being so much that he gave the most precious gift, the gift of his Son, Jesus Christ. And if in the antique world or in auctions, something is valued for how much somebody is able to pay for it, be willing to pay for it, God was willing to pay the most precious thing, the life of his only Son, for me and for you. That shows that every human being is precious. So let's remember that when we have interactions with others, let's remember that they are loved by God. They're precious in God's sight, even if we may violently disagree with them. Let's remember that every human being, whatever their abilities or disabilities, whatever their background or whatever, they are loved by God. They are precious. Let's treat each person we meet as someone who is valued by God, and let's try and value every person. And remember, even when we don't feel it, we are loved by God. We are precious in his sight. What a great thing to know and to hold on to. We are loved by God. We are precious in his sight. So God bless you. Thank you so much for listening today.